Plants can pretty much do every single step of a beauty routine, everything in between and even beyond. So in this case, we already know that aloe is great for skin. It's like our go-to for sunburn relief after all. But today we're gonna test it out for hair. Can the real deal, like straight from the plant, give you that shiny, healthy hair that we all want, that I certainly want? Let's find out. Hey, I'm Niba, and today I wanna share my notes on an experiment to transform a big ol' leaf of aloe vera into a hair mask. I also really want to nerd out about the incredible effects of aloe so you can add it to your beauty arsenal, because if you understand like how it works, you can make it work for you. And also I found some like really cool scientific articles and I really wanted to share them. So for more stories about flowers and botany, you can check out my socials, and for now you can like, comment, and subscribe to get more planty stories and to support me in sharing more about our green friends. Let's get into it. Aloe vera is in a lot of hair products that will make your hair shinier, smoother, and maybe even like fix damaged hair, but these products can cost like a lot, and some of them only have aloe in like pretty small amounts. So I'm wondering, can you use aloe vera on its own to get the same benefit for your hair? Or does it take like a lot more time and effort? Or maybe using the real aloe vera would even work better than using those products. I do have some non-aloe vera hair products in my storefront, the link is in my bio, so let me know if you'd like me to make a video using those. Since aloe is a plant that's really good at holding water, it's a super hydrator. It's a succulent, which means it has those like thick fleshy parts that store water. Wonder if I have a succulent back here. Like this one's technically a succulent. But actually, aloe is a genus with over like 650 species of flowering succulent plants, and it's just that aloe vera is like the most well-known of those. Voiceover Niba here. It's not 650 exactly, but taxonomy is complicated. It originally comes from the southeast Arabian Peninsula, an area that's really hot and dry, and that area is actually at the very edge of where plants in the aloe genus can usually grow. And that just really goes to show like how tough the aloe vera plant is, because it's so good at surviving in extremely dry places. And now it's been grown all around the world and has been naturalized in a lot of places. Going back to water storage though, succulents like aloe vera save water in the squishy part of their leaves, which is filled with a gel that has lots of important minerals which help the plant live in very dry places. The gel inside the leaves does two big things. It keeps the plant from getting too thirsty, and it gives it the vitamins and minerals it needs to grow strong and healthy. Those are minerals like calcium, magnesium, zinc, selenite, and these minerals also happen to be really good for our skin and hair. It also contains vitamins A, C, and E, and these vitamins help promote cell turnover, which then makes new cells, which really means healthier cells and shinier hair. I'm able to remember that it's ACE because my youngest cat is named Homeostasis and her nickname is Ace. Aloe vera is Aces because it has those vitamins. Ace. Homo. Stace. Are you enjoying your little cat bed? God. Sometimes I really wish her head would finish growing. She just looks so awkward. And since your scalp is part of your skin, it also gets better when you use good skincare ingredients on it. An aloe vera gel is great for soothing like an itchy or a really dry scalp, and it also reduces swelling and protects against damage, and it's pretty safe for people because it really rarely causes allergies. And it also shields your scalp and your hair from sun damage and also pollution. But what's really cool about aloe vera is that it locks in moisture, which is great for your scalp and your hair. And it does this with something called humectants, which are like magnets for moisture. And plus when you use aloe vera, it doesn't just add in moisture, it helps your skin make more collagen and elastin. And these are fibers that help make your skin more like stretchy and flexible. Just like how aloe vera juice is a favorite ingredient in many skincare products for dry skin, you can also use it to help get thick, healthy hair that doesn't break easily. And I found a few articles that looked at how it helps protect the hair against UV damage, like from the sun. One of them looked at different hair types and found some amazing things. They found that aloe vera juice provides protection against sun damage for all hair types, but how well it works depends on the type of hair. The damage from UV rays can break down the amino acids in your hair, which leads to chemical damage. And they found that fresh aloe vera juice is more effective than processed juice, likely because it contains natural components like resinins, polysaccharides, and alanine, which condition the hair and offer sun protection. So this bodes pretty well for my experiment. Some research has even shown that aloe vera can be a strong treatment for dandruff, and it's even been proven to help with hair growth. And when I was going down this science research rabbit hole, I found a super cool article where researchers asked nearly 300 herbalists and traditional healers and hairdressers and rural dwellers about what they used for hair and scalp treatments, and 85 of them said that they used aloe vera. There were 20 uses for the ends of the hair, 13 for hair damage, 13 uses for hair loss, 6 uses for baldness, 14 uses for dandruff, 6 for alopecia, 6 to increase the color of the hair, and 7 as a hair conditioner. Specifically, they said that they used the oil of the aloe, and then they applied it like either directly to the hair, either by itself, or with other oils like olive oil, sesame oil, avocado, almond, or castor oil. In the study, they also reported aloe to be used in Southern Africa, Nigeria, Mediterranean countries, Asia, and India. This is a really odd geographic distribution to me, but hey, I'm just telling you what I learned. Going back to take a look at it, I realized that actually the study, quote, summarizes published cosmeceutical and skin uses of these frequently used plants, quote, so essentially the geographic distribution is just where there was already published research about it back in 2017, and it's definitely changed a lot since then. But I will say that I really love this synergy, how like people have been using it traditionally like all over, and science also helps to explain like why it's been so effective and so useful. But that's enough with my monologue, let's go get some aloe. Hey y'all, voiceover Neva here. I have to admit I did take this footage during a time I was really stressed out, and you can really see that stress manifesting as all the acne on my face and how like limp my hair is. So at least, you know, I'm not there anymore, which is great, and we can use this as a good experiment to test how this mask is gonna work for, you know, hair that's also really going through it. And behold, the aloe itself. So here's how to use it. So you'll take a leaf from an aloe vera plant, scoop out the gel with a spoon. Some people mix it with coconut or olive oil. I have to admit, I thought it would be a lot easier than it was, but the real reason for that is just because my technique sucked. I really should have used a spoon to do the scooping portion and not used the knife. I truly had no idea how much aloe I was going to get from this leaf, which now looking back at it, this leaf is so huge. Like, why am I scraping for the bottom of it? I really did not need to work this hard. Like, look at how huge this chunk is. I definitely could have just used this part and had enough. Thankfully, at this point, my knife scraping game had leveled up, so at least that went a bit smoother. Psych! I had to pick out a bunch of pieces of the leaf anyways. At this point, I'm realizing that this whole experiment would have gone a lot better had I even known how to cut open an aloe. Don't ask me why I didn't look that up, but at least now that info is stored away in my brain, I put it right next to cat memes and all the embarrassing things I did in front of my crush in high school.
We didn't even eat it.
Alright, I'm gonna blend, sorry. So this came out a lot more liquidy than I expected, but as we'll see in a bit, I really should have blended it better. And after that incredible transition, it's time for, you got it, another incredible transition. I changed into a workout shirt because I figured that would be easier to clean, and oh my gosh, I am really glad that I did, because yeah, I would highly recommend wearing something that's more easily washable, because as you're about to see in a second here, I was really like dumping this mixture on, and because it was so much more liquidy than I expected, it just started like dripping down my face, but we endeavor to persevere, as my icon Halis says. So I continued on. And so as you can see, I'm being like really, really precise about this and sectioning every single part of my scalp, like really, really carefully. I'd highly recommend doing this if you're interested in this hair mask for your scalp health or if you have dandruff issues. In my case though, I will say I think I focused a little bit too much on the scalp and not enough on my hair and my hair roots, because those they still do. They really need some hydration, especially after all the coloring treatments that I've been kind of like putting them through to make it purple. And yeah, that's something I would change for next time. But at some point I started to kind of need to like section my hair even more. So this is where that claw clip really came in handy, and you can sort of see like bits and pieces of the aloe, like the little white pieces. And as I started to put more and more aloe into my hair kind of took on this like weird texture, and it's not forming like a gel per se, but it is getting like less liquidy. So as I'm putting more in, I had to grab my brush to like brush it down almost. And I had a couple like brain freeze moments halfway through because I was also listening to a podcast. I don't know why I was listening to a podcast while also doing this. I do think it was a little bit way too bold of me to be doing this with AirPods in, but I don't know, I was just invested in the story and I didn't want to take it out, and I figured like, you know, what are the chances of liquid aloe going from my applicator brush to my hair, from my hair into my ear, and then from my ear into my AirPod and destroying it forever, you know? It's just not very likely, or so I tell myself. So anyways, we continue on into the back section, again, just sectioning, putting it on, and gosh, I was like really, really careful about this. Here, I kind of look like it's painful to like brush it, but it actually wasn't. It was just like kind of a unfamiliar texture. And again, I really could have just focused more on my hair instead of like the scalp, but you know, it's an experiment, lots to be learned. Next time, I'll probably start from the bottom and work my way up. And that's probably what I'd recommend for anyone who's doing this for hair hydration. And if you're doing this for scalp health, obviously it makes a lot more sense to do it the way that I did. But there you go. Yeah. Once it's all in, wait for an hour at least. Yes, an hour. And what should you do for an hour, you might ask? Well, if you're watching this video, chances are you might like this book, The Love Hypothesis. It's part science, part romance, and all around wholesome.
Hi, Yousef.
You could probably leave it overnight, but I wouldn't really recommend that because all the dirt from like your pillowcase and stuff is gonna get into it. Then you're going to want to wash your hair and scalp with a gentle shampoo or do some sort of co-wash, like a conditioner wash. I never really know how to like show texture, but it's way soft. Oh, God, this is so nice. Wow. Okay, this one, definitely a win. A little bit of effort, but next question is gonna be how long can I store that aloe vera in the fridge? Because I definitely wanna do this again. I'll also note that fresh aloe vera gel doesn't stay good for very long, so you can keep it in like a sealed container in the fridge for about a week, or you can just freeze it for later use. You can do this like 2 to 3 times a week. So I feel like with that amount of aloe vera that I got from that one week, I could probably get another 5 uses out of it. Honestly, I have so much aloe vera now, I don't know what I'm gonna do with all of it. In the end, the results show that it definitely worked, but getting all the little bits out was really hard. Honestly, even in the video, you can kind of see that there's still little bits in my hair. The next day I just washed it out and it came out pretty easily, so not too bad. But, you know, while you could theoretically like make your own aloe vera hair treatment by like scraping the gel out like I did, it is definitely like time-wise easier to just pick up an aloe infused hair care product. But again, the problem with these products is they often just don't have enough aloe vera. Like they'll advertise it, but then they'll only have like a teeny bit of aloe. And again, some of them can get really expensive. There are ones that are priced a little more reasonably, but you just don't really know the amount of aloe vera in it. And this was a really fun activity to do for like I don't know, an hour and a half or whatever. Just like a fun, like crafty beauty DIY thing, get your hands into it, and like, it's a nice self-care thing that feels a little bit more activity focused. So yeah, those are all my notes for aloe vera for hair care. If you enjoyed this video or you're interested in more stories of plants, please don't forget to follow, like the video, and subscribe. But if you didn't like this video, please tell me why, because here we're always learning. I'll see you on the next page. Hi, baby. Can I bring you closer? Do you want to be part of the set? Oh, sorry. That's kind of loud, isn't it? It's okay, baby. It's okay. It's okay, baby. Normally she runs around so much, I don't know if she'll be willing to stay for this entire video. Oh, there she goes. Instantly. So happy that I built the entire set around this cat staying, only for her to leave the moment I'm ready to record. Okay, so I got osmosis from where she was sleeping, and I don't even think she realizes she's in a different place now. Now that the cat is finally facing the right way, I can start.